Okay, the next tip I want to give you on just kind of ways of thinking about all these different kinds of like techniques that we have is to kind of do the opposite of what I just said a minute ago. So these are just different ways you can approach it. And limit yourself to one of the scales or the modes or the harmonic progressions and just kind of explore it a little bit. I'm going to show you a technique for doing that if you're in Ableton. If you're in Logic or FL Studio or Pro Tools, there might be similar ways to do this. I don't know those programs as well, but just check it out. So I'm just going to make a C major scale here. Okay. C major scale. Now I'm just going to loop that. Slow it down a little bit. Okay, so I just have a C major scale looping. Now I have this effect in here. Under MIDI effects, I can go to scale. And what this is going to do is it's going to take all the notes I've written and it's just going to map them to whatever scale I have here. So if I go to, here's a Dorian mode. Okay, so let's play it. So I'm still in the major scale. Let's throw this on it. Okay, the notes stay the same in my piano roll editor. What's happening is if I look at the effect right here, it's kind of taking all of the notes that don't fit into Dorian and switching them, right? So it's kind of forcing it into the Dorian mode. So we hear Dorian, but we still see major here. So we can do that all day long. Let's just change it to a minor. Let's do, let's find another mode. Here's Lydian. Oops, now I've got a problem here. There we go. Pentatonic. Kind of familiar. Phrygian. Some other ones. Okay, so a couple things about this. The reason I point this out is that sometimes just doing this, what this is going to do is it's not going to let you play a note outside of whatever mode or scale we have set up here. So right now I'm saying every single note that comes in, force it to be Phrygian. So what I can do now is I can just play my piano. And I can know that every single note I play is going to get forced into this Phrygian thing. And then I can just explore it, right? Like I can just kind of see what's there, get a feel for the sound, find something I like, and then use that as a starting point for a song. So it's kind of backwards from what we were just talking about in the previous one, but sometimes this is useful. I find this technique more useful for when I'm doing something like a film score, where what I need to do is I've got a scene, and I know the scene needs this kind of like creepy sound. So maybe I'll load up a Phrygian sound because I just look at it and I think, oh, a Phrygian sound would work well there. Right? So that could work for that particular scene. So I might just know that that mode is going to work well for that scene. Now, the essence of what I'm saying here is just kind of explore the sounds of these and generate your idea from that, and then apply all the other techniques and see where it goes. Now, there's something worth pointing out here. When we go to this scale plugin here, when we see these scales, we got a lot more scales than I talked about, right? We've got all kinds of crazy, weird stuff here. Let's explore a few of these. Gypsy. Eucler Folker. Half diminished. Prometheus. Oops, I'm doing this thing again. Dang it. Okay, Phrygian. Prometheus. Tension. Oh, that's weird. Tritone scale. Owata. I don't even know that one. Inverted and useless. That sounds like a made up one. Yep, kinda. Istrion. So all of these are slight variations. Now, like I said at the beginning of this whole segment, there are tons of scales. There are tons of variations of the major and minor scales. Tons of them. So, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of these in the next section. But first, I want to kind of introduce the topic in the next video. So let's jump over to that, and then we're going to go into not all of these, but a ton of different ones, the kind of most important ones, in my opinion.